The Oxford English Dictionary defines genre as a particular style or category of works of art. This could be applied to writing styles, movies, or any type of artwork. However, I specifically chose to look at genres in music. Concurrently, I examined and compared both rap music and rock music through the Ngram viewer. To introduce, rock music began to skyrocket as a genre in the 60s and continued all the way until the early 90s, to where it declined at the same time rap music was on the rise. Looking at the Hot 100 throughout history, we can slowly see the disappearance of rock music and the introduction of rap. We have artists such as Mariah Carey, Destiny's Child, NSYNC, with little rock groups appearing occasionally. Outkast, Shaggy, Usher, more Destiny's Child, and then with the occasional rock groups such as Nickelback in the early 2000s, as seen when rock music was declining and rap music was on the rise. Nickelback continuing with Ja Rule, Eminem, more Eminem, 50 Cent, Sean Paul, Beyonce and Jay-Z, Outkast, Ludacris. Basically, it's all turned into rap music, hip-hop, with little sign of rock music at all. So, why does rock music decline at a rapid rate once rap music starts to popularize? What causes the rise and fall of such genres? A popular theory behind it is the idea of royal genres, given by a Polish scholar, Ireneusz Opadzki. The idea is that there's a specific lead genre, such as rock music, that creates a sphere of influence that other genres will fall into. This hybridization, Opadzki puts, is the cause of evolutionary change in the genre. New genres influenced by the previous seem to gain traction and overwhelm the previous, which caused a new genre to take over as the royal genre. However, genres don't instantly become mainstream by only a change of opinion in the listeners. Rather, the change is gradual and has a significant reason behind it. Kazimierz Wajka, in Opadzki's journal, explains the change as a set of new socio-political conditions bringing about the rise of a new literary trend. In respect to literary genres, yet it applies to musical genres as well. The youth cultures of the 50s and 60s, ironically, are defined by their rebellion to their parents. Expected to be polite and follow rules, rock music gave them something to identify themselves with, something that they could free themselves from their parents. Rock music developed from jazz and old-fashioned R&B, rhythm and blues. It had sexual, vulgar, and rebellious themes, something that the parents did not agree with. It quickly started to spread throughout the nation as a defining genre of that generation, whereas previous generations did not like this at all. A radio station issued a broadcast where they claim,
Rock and roll has got to go.
rock music was identified by its rebellious themes and how parents and previous generations clearly did not like it. Rap music has similarly done the same, but more in a political rebellion. It originated from the DJs in the late 70s using turntables to actively remix music while someone would rap over the beat. However, it wasn't until the late 80s that it started to rocket to where it is today. With NWA's emergence on the West Coast as a rap group, they created songs about issues in their communities, such as F the Police, clearly expressing their struggle with the racist police force of the time, which is still a prevalent topic in music today. Also, their song Street Outta Compton expresses their violence in their neighborhood, dealing with guns and violence. To start it off, Ice Cube says, "When I'm called off, I got a sawed off, squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off." The movement to political and cultural rap launched the genre throughout the nation, specifically the African American communities. Opatsky's ideas of the royal genre explain the transitions between these two types of music. Rock music had succeeded as a top genre for an extended period of time, until hybrids such as the DJ's remixes and eventually rapping popularized. New cultural issues arose and were brought about in a new genre that new generations could more easily align themselves with. Then, as quickly as rock came, rap did the same and has skyrocketed ever since. Additionally, another theory to the rise of new genres is race. Jazz was originated by the black community during the Harlem Renaissance, and rock had adapted from jazz to become what it is. Sam Phillips, a rhythm and blues producer, once stated, "If I could find a white man who had the Negro sound and the Negro feel, I could make $1 billion." Racism was evidently part of society in the 1950s. Most white people wanted nothing to do with black people. So the only way the genre was going to work was to find someone such as Elvis. He popularized rock and roll for the white community and set it on course to become the sound of the world in the late 60s, 70s, 80s, and so on. Similarly, rap music had black origins. Hip-hop was the culture of the African American community. Whereas Becky Blanchard states in a Stanford article, rappers are viewed as the voice of the poor, urban African American youth, whose lives are generally dismissed or misrepresented by the mainstream media. The songs produced by early rap artists mostly dealt with struggles of their community. One of the first politically aware songs was Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five's The Message, with lyrics like, "And you'll want to grow up to be just like them, huh? Smugglers, scramblers, burglars, gamblers, pickpocket, peddlers, even panhandlers." The song expresses the contempt for the urban ghetto lifestyle that they are trapped in, where it is reputable to be a hustler over a scholar. Continuing throughout the decade, more rap tended to focus on political issues, with especially NWA's work, and rappers such as Tupac and Biggie. In the early 2000s, Eminem gained serious traction as one of the biggest rap icons to date. He could be argued as one of the only white guys that could be considered the greatest of all time. Vanilla Ice and other groups such as the Beastie Boys had entered the genre, yet no white guy had as much success and was respected by the African American community. With this, Eminem helped popularize the genre for white people. He was someone that they could identify with racially. Yet a lot of Eminem's music still dealt with the urban struggle and violence, as heard in songs such as White America and Like Toy Soldiers. He opened the door for more white rappers as seen today, where many rappers like Lil Dicky, Mac Miller, and Macklemore are more well-known white rappers than rappers who originated the genre with themes of black struggle. In the J. Cole song, Fire Squad, he says, "Same thing that my and Elvis did with rock and roll. Justin Timberlake, Eminem, and then Macklemore. White silly ends argue over who gonna snatch the crown. Look around, my M. white people have snatched the sound. As akin to rock and jazz, rap has evolved into a pop genre where white artists have introduced themselves into and turned the genre mainstream. To conclude, genres seem to be broadly defined until it becomes the royal genre, uniquely identifying itself from more genres to build off of and develop a new identity. Genres rise and fall over current cultural and political issues and what the music reflects to the people. Also, it seems that new genres have developed in African American communities, yet are time and time again popularized by white artists. If the Ngram viewer were to continue, the trends would stay the same, even accelerate more, with rap music much higher and rock even lower until it leveled out today. It would continue until a new genre has developed off of rap music and would overtake it as the royal genre. So, what genre could overtake rap and develop from it? As seen a trend, it's possible it could happen anytime in the next 20 years where a new generation will find a new sound and rap music will follow the same trend as rock music.